Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Hey, it's Tuesday, May 18th, 2010, and here's what's happening in the global automotive world. Even though General Motors turned in a first quarter net profit of $863 million, the company admits it's by no means out of the woods. The Wall Street Journal reports that GM is worried about how much money it's losing with Opel in Europe, that sales in China are slowing down, and that it's going to have to spend a lot more money on tooling and equipment in North America. Here's my Autoline insight. I've talked to some Wall Street analysts who think GM made a big mistake holding on to Opel. They should have sold it when they had the chance, one analyst told me. They need billions of euros from European governments to restructure Opel, but now those governments have to spend billions of euros to bail out Greece. You know, personally, I thought it was pretty smart of GM to hold on to Opel, but if it cannot get the money to restructure it, Opel could lose money for years to come. Honda's doing a lot of research on electric cars, and it's even going to bring an electric car to market. But it really doesn't have a lot of confidence that EVs will sell very well. Bloomberg quotes Honda's top R&D executive, Tomohiko Kawanabe, as saying that customers will not accept the limited range of EVs or tolerate how long they take to recharge. It says global EV sales will only reach 1% of the global market by 2020. Of course, Nissan is gung-ho on electrics, but the pricing of its Leaf electric car is literally all over the map. Depending on where you live, you could pay a lot more than someone else in the world. In the UK, the Leaf costs about £28,000. That's $41,000. But you can get government incentives that drop that to about $33,800. In Japan, the Leaf starts at $40,660. But in the US, the base price of the Leaf starts at $32,780, and with a $7,500 federal tax credit, that price drops to $25,280. Nissan has not exactly explained why Americans can buy the car for $8,000 cheaper than they can in Europe or Japan. But just to balance its zeal for EVs, Autoblog reports that Nissan is rumored to be increasing the output of its GTR supercar. How does 500 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque sound to you? Look for better brakes, upgraded aerodynamic parts, and a revised suspension system to complement the power boost. Chrysler is taking legal action against the Chinese company it accuses of copying the design of the Jeep Hurricane concept vehicle. According to Bloomberg, Chrysler filed a suit with the U.S. International Trade Commission against the Jingwei Group Company over the design of its Jeepster vehicle. Earlier in the month, Chrysler filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against 3 companies selling the Jeepster in the U.S., and it wants to block imports of that vehicle to the United States. Last weekend at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring race in Germany, Porsche debuted its 911 GT3R with a Flywheel-Hybrid drivetrain. That's right. This hybrid uses a flywheel to generate electricity instead of using batteries to store it. Over 200 cars started the race, and even though it did not win, the Flywheel Porsche made a strong showing. Within the first hour, it was sparring for first place, but got a flat tire and dropped to the back of the pack. Then charged to the front again, thanks in part to its 25% fuel efficiency advantage, which means it needed fewer pit stops. But it done blowed up towards the end of the race, allowing a BMW M3 to take the checkered flag. Even so, the writing is on the wall. This proves the legitimacy of Flywheel-Hybrid technology. Speaking of racing, Autoblog has this clip from a rally in New Zealand where a driver piloting a Mitsubishi Evo overturned the car because of a full moon. No, they weren't racing at night. Somebody mooned the car as it flashed past, distracting the driver enough that the car ended up on its roof. Let this be a lesson to us all. Keep your pants on. Hey, people hate SUVs, don't they? Nobody wants to buy SUVs anymore, right? Well, somebody forgot to tell the people who buy SUVs from Mercedes-Benz, and we'll have more about that right after this.
Introducing Bridgestone's third generation of run-flat tires with groundbreaking new Bridgestone technologies. Bridgestone run-flat tires offer improved ride comfort, lower rolling resistance, and improved wear while giving you the peace of mind and comfort you need.
Even though SUVs were supposed to fall out of favor, and they have to some extent, automakers still sell a lot of them, especially in the luxury segment. Recently, we ran across Ernst Lieb, the head of Mercedes-Benz USA, and asked him how their SUVs are selling.
I think the lineup on our SUV side is superb right now. We have the GLK now in the second year. We were commanding last year 26% in its segment. We have again this year seen an increase by the first quarter of about 7%. So that small SUV segment is doing really well for us. We have a four-wheel drive version. We introduced a two-wheel drive version, which does very well in the Southern Belt. So that's a solid pillar of our SUV strategy. The M-Class, even we are a little bit surprised about the strength of the product. The car has gained share, the car has gained volume, and is very, very strong. So, and keep in mind, we're getting closer to the end of the life cycle. The car will be with us for just about another year, and then the new M-Class will come. And there's one answer you were probably looking for. A new M-Class will come, and obviously with different engine variations, which will help us to battle off whatever competition comes at us. And the GL, I call the GL the most American car we have, because it really fulfills the need of an American consumer. It has the size, it has fuel-efficient engines, so the lifestyle is really taken care of in that car, and it has been from day one a great, solid car. And while last year, with everything happening around us and going sideways, some of our competitors in that big, large SUV segment really started to struggle. The GL was actually holding its own all year long and has shown it again for the first 3 months.
If you want to watch the whole interview that we shot with Ernst Lieb, the CEO of Mercedes-Benz North America, click over to the John's Journal page of our website, AutolineDetroit.tv. You can check it out right now. All right, guys, that'll wrap up things for today's installment of Autoline Daily. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.